Hello everyone and welcome to Lifestyle. I'm Denise Simons, your host, and this is a show about bringing life into your home and helping you create your style. And we do it all by giving you tips and inspiration and resources right here in Middle Tennessee to create everything you see on the show. Well, coming up, we're going to organize some closets, we're going to build a fire pit, and replace some windows, all to get ready for, the season coming up. There'll be a chill in the air before you know it. And what if I were to tell you that you could have a fire pit delivered to your home and you could assemble it in 15 minutes and be ready to roast your s'mores? Pretty good idea. Well, William Sundquist is here from General Shell, and he'll be telling us all about the fire pits that are available right now. And also, they're just the largest brick company. They have over 250 colors. And you know how I love lots of options. So he'll be talking to us. And do you want to save some energy on your bill? Do you want to save a little money? Well, we all do. And so much of our heating and cooling is going right out the window. Well, especially if you don't have great windows. And Stacy Benson is here from Stanek Windows, and he'll be talking about how you can save some money, but not only that, something I'm always interested in is curb appeal. So we'll be talking about that as well. But coming up right now, one of my favorite closets. I call it the bling closet because it has lots of sparkle, but we're going to get lots of tips on organization. That's coming up right now. Take a look.
Well, I'm standing in front of something that everybody has, and that's a closet. But what that closet looks like, well, that's another story. It's so important that you have organization, and that helps when you have a place to put everything. We're going to be talking about garages, pantries, home offices, as well as closet space. But take a look at these photos and you'll see how these need to be organized. Sometimes our spaces can get out of hand with no real place to put things. Look at this garage. What a mess. There's boxes everywhere and there's really no way to get things off the floor. Well, this closet needs some organization, and I know exactly who can help. When I need tips and solutions for storage, well, I go to my good friend Michael Vogt of California Closets. He specializes in storage solution. What I love is he makes them look like pieces of furniture. He's really raising the bar and bringing the latest trends to Nashville. Let's go talk to him and take a look at the newest. Well, we're here at the Design Center at California Closets with my good friend Michael Vogt. So glad to be here. Every time I talk to you, I get great ideas. Tell me how you take a client through the process.
Great question. Our process, whether we're looking at a closet or a garage or a home office, is the same all the time. Okay. It starts with understanding what we're trying to store in that space, and that's looking at the items that are in the room already that are not being stored very well. And then the second part of it is we look at the wall space available in the area into which we plan to place the items using proper utilization of storage space.
Okay, so we're going to look at one of your clients. Let's take a look at the before picture.
Sounds great. So this is a customer you can see that had a fairly universal problem. Their garage was cluttered. None of us can relate to that, right? But the challenge in this one is that they couldn't get two cars in the garage and store all their belongings in a way that was organized as well. And they called us and asked us for some help.
So how do we get from this to a great storage solution?
Great question. Let me show you. So Denise, for this specific customer, they had conveyed to us that they wanted to have some shelving that would remain open, not behind doors, so they could see and access several items. And they also had some items that were a little bit taller, like rakes and shovels, that they wanted to try to put in a cabinet and get out of sight. They wanted larger storage space for some oversized items like the cushions for the lawn furniture you saw, and then some shelves that are a little closer together for some medium-sized items.
Oh, I love that you can actually show them how it's going to open.
Exactly. And you can also see, when I look at this from above, you can see there's two different depths. We have some 18-inch deep shelving here and some 26-inch deep shelving over on the right side.
That is fantastic, and it gives the client, they literally know what it's going to look like in their space.
Exactly, exactly. They also had a wall on the side of their closet that what you could see kind of on the before picture was there's a little bit of an area where they decided they wanted to try to put a workbench. So what we did for them over there is they wanted an area where they could store a couple of small tools. You can see this little drawer here for tools, and they wanted some upper shelving for small items like bug spray and those types of items, and then some deeper shelving down low for gardening equipment, potting soil, fertilizer, that sort of stuff.
Oh, that's perfect. A place for everything. I
right.
love it.
And then what's kind of cool with our software is we can literally blend both spaces together for the homeowner, and we can give them a 3D image of what it would look like to hit the garage door opener and literally drive into their garage and be able to see the space when it was all done.
Ooh, I want to see that.
Isn't that cool? So here's you driving your car into your nice organized space.
Very slowly
with
now.
Nothing on the
Put
floor.
on the brakes.
Put on the brakes. Yep. Here's your finished garage when it's all said and done.
I love that, Michael.
cool?
That's fantastic. Now let's see the before or the after picture.
All right. So remember, here's your before, and here's your after.
Oh, fantastic. And truly, the picture before the CAD drawing looks exactly like
You
this.
got it. And then here's your workbench. Isn't that beautiful?
Wow. And everything that they had on that floor
It's
fits
gone.
inside the
It's
space.
all in the cabinets now.
Fantastic.
Successful project.
Now this is what I call my dream closet. It has all the beautiful Swarovski crystals and literally bling everywhere. Michael, tell me about this beautiful closet.
Yeah, we designed this space with sort of the woman's dream closet in mind, and I feel this has a little bit of everything for that person.
Yeah, a little high end. Woohoo! Well, tell me, when you're space planning for a closet like this is fairly large. What do you keep in mind?
Yep, there's a couple concepts we try to hold to. Number one is we want to get the most visually appealing elements in the center of the closet. Drawers always look organized, so when you're walking into your closet and looking at the back wall, it's nice that this is the focal point because it's just always just going to look organized and just beautiful.
And this is certainly a focal point with Swarovski crystal pools.
Absolutely.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a nice hardware choice.
And inside, we're seeing a lot of jewelry options. And I know you've got another one there.
Yeah, there's a couple different options for jewelry inserts for our drawers. Putting on your jewelry in the morning is part of getting ready for your day. It's part of getting dressed. And so you want to keep that where you finish the process of getting ready in the
A
morning.
lot of organization. Now, when you're space planning, one of the things you talk about is the use of your clothing and how you lay it out.
Yeah, one of the things we try to adhere to is the items that you wear least frequently in your wardrobe. We want to put those in the hardest part of the closet to get to, and in this design, it's the back corners. So for many women, dresses are something they don't wear every day. For some women, that's not the case, but whatever you wear infrequently, we want to put in the back corners, and whatever you wear most often, we want to put in the sides that are easily accessible.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, I noticed that there's a lot of cabinets above. I could never reach that, so what are those for?
Well, and you might need to keep a 2 or 3 step stool close by, but in a ceiling or in a room where you've got a 10-foot ceiling, you don't want to just write that off as lost opportunity. So we did lift-up cabinets, again, with crown molding all the way around the top, so you can keep some out of season up there. It might be some hat boxes or some shoes you wear less frequently, but let's capture it as storage so that you can store more things in your closet.
Absolutely. And I noticed over here in this pull out, tell me about this.
Yeah, behind our mirror inset door, we did some angled shoe shelves, so you can just have a nice way of organizing your shoes. We also did a channel inset light here so that you can always see your shoes nice and clearly in the morning if you're getting dressed and it's dark and you're a little groggy. Beautiful way of organizing your shoes.
I love that. Well, Michael, you always give us the best solutions, the best tips, and thank you so much for sharing with us planning and all of your ideas. We hope all of you feel inspired to get a little organized in your own home, and remember that Michael Vogt of California Closets will be glad to help you with your storage solutions.
I always learn so much from that, Michael, especially like he said, put your shoes at the front of the closet because that's the first thing that you take off when you come home, and that's the last thing you put on, and that's so smart. I mean, just great ideas. Well, coming up, we're going to be talking about brick and stone and windows. That's all coming up right after the break.